It's a beautiful sunny morning right here at the farm, and it rained really heavily last evening. It's one of those confusing seasons that you ever have because we're getting to mid-February, and usually by this time we have it quite dry around here. We don't have any rains, but currently it's raining. So for us, the farmers who need to plant things, it becomes quite complicated. You're thinking to yourself, do I plant? Do I not plant? Usually we start planting in March or at the end of Feb. But now that there is rain, you don't know whether you should plant, because you could plant and the rain disappears, or you could decide to not plant and the rain has actually started and you're just going to become late. So it's quite complicated. But well, that's part of the dilemma of being a farmer, isn't it? That's my little tiny home, and I planted a hedge of hibiscus to separate the farm from the home. It will become quite big, and currently it has put on quite a number of flowers. Take a look, a lot of flowers, and it's growing really beautifully. I think the hedge is going to grow up and be really nice. Beautiful flower, yeah. I was thinking to myself, instead of just having a hedge of thorns, because a lot of people will have hedges that have thorns, I'm not deterring anyone from coming to my place, so why not actually just place a hedge of flowers, very beautiful flowers, hibiscus, yeah? So they are white and red. And then right here you can see we have some kale. The manager at the farm just decided to plant some vegetables next to the chicken house. This is one of the chicken houses we have. So this chicken house currently has about 2,500 chickens. And literally every morning that I sleep at the farm, I'm simply woken up by the sound of chickens being fed. You know, when the chickens are being fed and they're putting feed inside the feeders, the chickens make quite an amount of noise. So it's really the sound that wakes me up. I'm not a very, very early bird. Like, I don't wake up at 4, 5. You know, I usually wake up at around 6, 6:30, and that's just about the time when the chickens are being fed. So I'm woken up by that sound, as you can hear it right now. So right here you can see the eggplants. I don't know. You see, these are the eggplants, yeah? There are quite many. I can see them right here. Some of them are even starting to get ripe. Take a look at this, like this. Some of them are starting to get ripe. But this entire place has eggplants. Instead of growing a bush and wasting the space, we can grow eggplants. We have a lot of manure from the chicken houses, so the eggplants can actually become useful. You can see right here we have some tomatoes. You can see them. Beautiful, right? They've even started getting ripe. Take a look at this. Some of them are ready. You can see them. Some of them are getting ready. This is another type of eggplants. Quite bitter eggplants. And like I've shown you, we have kale right here. And then just in front of the home, right here, my dad decided to plant some millet, as you can see. Well, millet grows really quickly, really quickly. So as you can see, he decided to plant millet. It's going to grow up and get to, you know, a sensible height very soon. So this entire garden is a millet garden. This is meant to be a compound for me, the garden. But I would rather not waste the land and actually plant crops there. I find it really hilarious that people who have farms decide to dedicate a whole, 2 acres, 1 acre, half an acre to just grass grow and not utilize it for any form of food. I find it really crazy. You know, you can plant things there. I personally am very, very passionate about growing crops. So I let other people use the land. Like my dad, yeah, he plants his millet over here. When he harvests, he gets some money. Or if he wants to give me some of the millet, well and good. But would rather get some value out of it instead of just letting grass grow here, you know, simply for beauty. Why not food? Someone has just been weeding the millet this morning, as you can see. Yeah, weeds. So just weeding the millet. As you can see, this place is freshly weed. Here I just planted a tree of jackfruit, and then there's more trees that have been planted. This is a pawpaw tree, and then we have a really interesting one. Let's move right there. You see this one? This one was I even don't know how to describe this in English. In my language, it's called jambula. In Luganda, it's called jambula. I failed to get an English name for it. So come on, if you find an English name for it, you let me know. It produces really beautiful fruit. And we have a type of watering system. You know, the past maybe week, it has been quite dry. So we put water in a bottle and we just let it drip down there to make sure that it consistently gets some water. I think this one is going to grow. but the one that was planted right here seems dead and gone. Take a look at it. No, that is it. Seems dead and gone. This one seems to have no hope at all, completely. Then right here, we have our dog kennels. Yeah, the kennels are just behind the house where the guys stay. So we have 3 dogs. Inside here, we have a Boerboel. Inside here, we have a German Shepherd. And inside here, we have a Belgian Malinois. 3 awesome dogs. Today is actually being a Monday, we're going to be washing them. So I'll show them to you guys. I don't want to open for them right now because one hand is holding the camera. And if I dare open for one, it will run out. Maybe the Belgian Malinois won't run out. So I can open and show it to you guys. It won't. There you can see it. That's Aura, the Belgian Malinois. You can see her seated over there looking. If I dare open for any of the others, they will certainly come out. So I'll show them to you guys when they're going to be bathed. Very beautiful farm life. Also, right here we have eggplants. These are eggplants that we eat, you know, every day. These I can actually eat. They are the small tiny ones like I just showed you guys. You know, the small tiny eggplants. But here is another type of eggplants that I dislike. This type of eggplants, I really dislike them. I honestly dislike them, but they are present over here, and the farm is not all about me, isn't it? Even other people contribute to the well-being of the farm. So those that love to eat that will eat that. And it's along the path, you know, the road that moves from the entrance. It passes right here and it goes right to where the house is. So guys, tell me what you think about farm life. I personally, when I'm on the farm currently, I don't do too much in terms of the physical daily involvement of what happens around the farm, because I started the farm as a business. When I started it a while back, I was actually doing quite a lot, but I started it as a business, and the whole idea of a business is to free up your space to do other things that you would love to do, and probably even concentrate more on the things that, you know, bring in a bit more money and satisfaction. So for me, when I come and I'm living on the farm, it's one of those times that I feel I come to live here to be rejuvenated, to get up some energy, you know, to enjoy nature, to not have a lot of noise around me. And so when I come around here, I honestly don't do too much. It's a bit of supervision. It's all because I've managed to get in place the right people working inside the chicken houses. There's an entire team. For example, in this area alone, there's an entire team, quite a number of workers who are here to do literally all the work. There's even a manager. So I get to, you know, be free and concentrate on a lot of other things. But don't be mistaken. If I tell you that, that doesn't mean that, you know, farm work is actually, you know, quite easy and there's nothing to do. No, it's actually quite an amount of work. And if you decide that you want to start a farm, what you need to understand is that you're going to do a lot of work. It's quite tasking. You need to be very focused. It involves a lot of physical work. And until you get to the point where you set in place the systems that ensure that your farm becomes successful, it can actually be quite complicated. I've been able to set those systems, and I'm going to be teaching you guys those systems slowly by slowly. Actually, on the Farm Up Academy, when it opens up in April, I'm going to be sharing with you guys literally a failure-proof system that ensures that when you do start a farm, you can actually run it in your absentia and ensure that it's successful. Right here is our feed store. This is where we store the feed. So we'll use the ramp and go in and show you guys around. So you can see, this time we've tried to stock up a little bit on feed because it's the off season where the prices of feeds are quite low. So as you can see here, we have a limestone, you know, this is the limestone that we add to the feed. It's the calcium source. We have an open bag here, so I can show it to you, show you what it looks like. This is it. It looks almost like salt. Probably the particles just a little bit bigger. There are different types. There is the grit and there is the powder. This is the concentrate we use. This is maize bran. This is some of the mixed feed we have. The guys use shovels for mixing the feed. Well, at least for now. In the future, we'll have machinery to do that right here. And then this is a bit more maize right here. Here we have more maize. This is a bag that broke and poured. So you can see it right here. This is more maize that we have. Then again here we have more maize, more maize, more maize. So we have quite an amount of tonnage inside here of maize. You have at least 25 tons of maize inside here. right now. We want to add, a little bit more so that we have more to store for the hard times that will come up in the future. Right here is the boar bell. She has come out. Okay. Hi, Danny dog. She's called Danny dog. Hi. How are you? Yeah, you can see her right there. She's going to be bathed. So we bathe them once a week, to make sure they don't have ticks, fleas, and any other kinds of diseases. Come on, Danny dog, come on. Come here. Just want to see, for you to see her size. She's quite big. She's a big dog. Really, really big. And the most ferocious of all of them right here. So she's going to be bathed for the week. Then right here is our tricycle that helps us deliver eggs to our clients. It looks quite small, but you'll be surprised what it can carry. It can carry more than 200 trays of eggs on this bed right here. So it's quite strong. It can even carry up to about 800 kilograms of feed, 500, 800. If you overload it, you can even do a whole ton of feed on there. Of course, that affects its livability and how long it can last, but you can do it if it's the only alternative you have. You can see right there, the guys are coming from the chicken house, probably been providing feed or checking out the chickens. Actually, let's go inside one of the chicken houses and I'll show you guys. We'll get up right here. This is our younger flock. Right there, we have an older flock. It's about 60 weeks. This one is maybe 24 weeks old, 23, 24 weeks old. So we'll go in and check it out using the ramp. Okay. And right here, you can see the chickens. You can see the birds. So they are being fed. This is the drinking system where we do have the waters that they drink. And then right here is their feeding system. Here is their feed. You can see we only need to place the feed once a day. Then the drinkers, they are automated, as you can see. So we never need to replace the water. Everything runs very smoothly. You can see those are the laying boxes where they do lay their eggs. I'll just move over so you can take a look. You can see some chickens inside there laying eggs. Can you see that? Actually, at the bottom, you can even see some eggs. There is eggs right there at the bottom, and even right here. So this is where the chickens lay their eggs, and this is the entire plan of the farm. This is what is meant to make me rich. This is what is meant to make me happy. And then this is our banana plantation. It has gotten quite an amount of weed. It also has pumpkins. So we've planted some pumpkins inside here. They help with the weeds since they act as weed covers. But you don't want the entire plantation to just be covered by pumpkins. So you can see right here we have some matoke, that's a bunch of matoke. As you can see it right there. Very beautiful. And most of the plants actually most of the plants inside here do have bunches of matoke. I love it. It's literally a staple food and I enjoy it so much. So that's why we planted literally an entire garden of bananas right here. You can see that the weeds have quite grown, but it's not too bad. Honestly, it's not too bad. We place manure inside here, as you can see. Actually, right where I'm standing, there is manure, which you can see right here, which we pick from the chicken houses. When it becomes too heavy, we pick it out and place it inside the garden. Then we'll place it inside the plantation. So generally, I do love and enjoy the farm life. As you can see, there is quite a lot going around. Just yesterday, I had literally barbecue of a chicken. I have some chickens, some cocks, some sexing errors that grew up amongst the birds. So we separated them and now they're growing up alone. And that's what I ate yesterday. Very lovely and tasty. It was my very beautiful meal. I get to eat, organic food from all around the farm, the bananas. Everything is just beautiful and nicely grown. The place is very quiet and serene. You don't have a lot of noisy neighborhoods, people making a lot of noise. It's just calm and quiet, and it's the perfect working environment. So a lot of times I'll just come to the farm because it's easier for me to focus and work while I'm here than, for example, when I'm in the city or in a lot of other places. It's just easier to do it from here, just sit down, focused and concentrated, and just do the work from here. Tell me what you think about the farm life. Would you love this? I'm sure you'd enjoy it. Hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. Catch you very soon with another video. Lots of love. Bye-bye.